Good afternoon everybody and welcome to Walton Hall Park. It's Premier League Cup action between Everton and Southampton. Graham Stewart is my co-commentator this afternoon. Perfect conditions, Diamond, anyway.
Yeah, really nice day for a game of football. Lovely to see the lads play down here at Walton Hall Park as well, so the locals can get a good view of some of the young players we've got coming up.
Southampton are in Premier League 2 Division 2, but they're riding high. You never really know what you're going to get in these games, do you?
No, it's obviously cup ties are difficult games to measure, aren't they? But the lads are in good form. Paul Tate's side have been playing really well. Slightly disappointing result down at Arsenal, but they're a good side, Arsenal, one of the top sides in the country at this level. But we had a decent result against PSG in the midweek, so you know the lads that go out there today are in decent nick.
Just want to ask you about Ben Godfrey. I think we should see more of this. Senior players coming back from injury, playing, albeit 45 minutes an hour, it remains to be seen, but playing for the 21s to get a bit of time on the grass.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with you, Darren. I think we can play 3 players, can't we, overaged in this competition. So it's great to see that Ben wants to actually have the appetite to play a game. He's been out for a significant amount of time, so it's going to do him the world of good, and hopefully benefits comes through it. Just plays properly, obviously, but he's just got to be steady about what he does.
And there are some young players, there are some young teenagers in this squad today. It'll be great for them to play alongside Ben Godfrey, who's played for England.
Yeah, I mean, it's fantastic. I mean, look at Joe Anderson's. He's now going to play against, alongside Ben Godfrey, senior player, international player, as you say. So, it's great for Joe, but great for the other players as well to have somebody alongside him like Ben Godfrey.
Paul Tate won't have Tom Cannon this afternoon. He might not have Tom Cannon for quite a while, but it's great for these young players, isn't it, to see that if you do the business here, you get your chance with the first team.
Well, that's right. I mean, we saw Stanley Mills and Tom Cannon roll out here against PSG at midweek, and they were rewarded for that by playing well, and they got into the first team squad and they travelled with the first team. Now, Tom's played a fair amount of football over the last week or so, plenty of travelling for him as well, so no real surprise to not see him playing this afternoon, but it just shows that Frank's prepared to blood these young players if they're doing the business at under 21 level.
And in particular, the lads in this squad this afternoon who have had a little sniff of the first team, your Charlie Whittakers, Ishii Samuel-Smith, Isaac Price have been there or thereabouts a couple of times. That should inspire them, shouldn't it?
It should inspire you, absolutely. Every time you pull on that Everton shirt, you shouldn't need much inspiration, but if ever there's a time to knock on the manager's door, literally, and say, look, I'm a young player, I want my chance, I deserve my chance, because let's be honest about it, the first team haven't been producing the goods over this last couple of weeks, so if there's young players here, this is a great opportunity for them to show the manager that they're capable of stepping up to first team level.
And regardless of the competition, if you put a Roy Blue jersey on, you want to win the game. It's Premier League Cup, it's a group stage, so it's not essential that we win today, but Paul Tate and his lads will be all out for the victory, won't they?
Yeah, of course they will, yeah. I mean, especially here in front of our home fans as well, you want to get a positive result, and the lads will be going out there making sure they put in a sterling performance. As you say, wear that shirt with pride, because that's what you've got to do first and foremost as an Evertonian, and hopefully the result looks after itself, Dazzler.
Just finally, as an ex-player yourself, and I know you played some reserve games towards the end of your career, Southampton will start with Ollie Lancashire this afternoon. He's 33 years of age. He made his first team debut for Southampton 16 years ago. What's your thoughts on that concept? Is it a double-edged sword?
Well, it is a little bit, but then again, I mean, it depends on the attitude of the player as well. And I looked at it when I played late on, when I wasn't playing regularly for the first team anymore. You're on the way out, basically, but you pass on that experience, and you take the game professionally to help the young players out, and you sort of go into
you're an on-field coach, basically.
You kind of go into that mode of like helping the young players through, and giving them some of the experience that you've gained over the years.
Well, it's Everton against Southampton in the Premier League Cup here at sunny Walton Hall Park, even though it's still a little bit chilly. And a few moments ago I caught up with the Everton under-21 coach Paul Tate to gather his thoughts ahead of the game. Paul, you're never quite sure what to expect from these type of games, are you?
No, Premier League Cup's a little bit different. We haven't seen a lot of Southampton, so I think the beginning of the game is a lot about finding out about them early part of the game, Darren, and then for the players to solve really what's going on the pitch.
So as coaches, you've got to be ready to react as well, I suppose, to react to any surprises.
Yeah, we had that the other night with PSG. We planned for them to play 4-3-3 all week, and then they played a 3 at the back. So the players have to quickly adapt, but I think that's a main part for the development is being able to adapt quickly, positively on the pitch themselves without our help.
A couple of the young lads are in action today, which is nice for them.
Yeah, we've got Roman 17 and Ishii 16 at full back. So we're really looking forward to them playing. And then they're getting a chance to play alongside Ben, who we've got today for 45 minutes. So it's a great opportunity for them to play alongside a top player.
It's great for everyone at the football club to see Ben Godfrey back on the pitch, isn't it?
Absolutely. He's only trained with us for a couple of days, but his attitude, being different class, been great to have him around the young players. Looking forward to him getting some minutes today and getting his fitness back.
There must be a good feeling amongst the group at the moment, Paul, full of confidence, because there was a setback at Arsenal, but by and large, very, very good results and very, very good performances.
Yeah, I think the level of performance has pleased us the most, Darren. We all want to win. We want to win every game. Desperate to win every game. But that doesn't always happen. The reality is it doesn't always happen. So we're looking for them small increments in the development side, in and out of possession. And I think the last 6 weeks in particular, I think, been really good.
No Tom Cannon this afternoon, and I suspect you may have seen the last of Tom Cannon this season, Paul, or certainly for a while.
I love him as a lad, but yeah, I hope so. I hope I've seen the last of him. No, he's done great. I'm delighted for him and his family. Been with us since 10. Absolutely diamond of a lad. And a really good player as well. And, you know, he's getting minutes in the first team, and that's all we can ask.
How good is it for you as coaches, and how good is it for your players to see that the pathway here is illuminated? You do the business at 21 level, you'll get a chance with the first team.
Yeah, I mean, I think the pathway has always been there. As a club, we've always given young players an opportunity in my time here. But they have to be good enough. That's the simple truth. They have to go in, they have to have an impact, they have to make a difference. And, you know, hopefully Tom and Stan, who are around that at the moment, get more opportunities after the break, and they can make a real difference.
Just finally, Paul, the Premier League Cup, it's a group stage, so does that mean that you don't necessarily have to chase the win? You don't have to go gung-ho if you're not winning the game?
I don't think we really think about that, Darren. I think we're just trying to stick to the principles of play that we've been playing on a regular basis, and, you know, that process of how we play, and then see where it takes us with the result.
Thanks for talking to us, Paul. Good luck.
Thanks, Darren.
right, number 2, Lewis Payne, number 3, Josh Letts, number 4, Nico Lawrence, number 5, Ollie Lancashire, number 6, Ryan Finnegan, number 7, Jimmy Morgan, number 8, Jack Turner, number 9, Dominic.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Walton Hall Park, which is the home of Everton women, as it says over on the far side on the stand. But Everton under-21s this afternoon are here in Premier League Cup action against Southampton. It's a young Everton side, it's a young Southampton side as well, as they line up in the Walton Hall Park sunshine. It's still a bit blowy and it's a little bit chilly here. We are in the north of Liverpool, and from the gantry position, that view that you've got there on your screen is exactly the view that Graham Stewart and I have got from our gantry. And if you just peer above the trees in the distance, you can just see the top of Goodison Park. That's how close we are to our spiritual home. And we love Southport. We've got a great relationship with Southport Football Club. They look after us well, but I'd like to see a couple more games down here at Walton Hall Park, Graham. It's our home.
Yeah, of course it is, and it makes perfect sense really, with it just being a stone's throw from Goodison Park for the L4 postcode area to be able to come down and watch their favourite club. So, and it's a great opportunity for the players as well. It's a nice compact little ground, and I like it here. The pitch is beautiful, so it's everything going for them today. Just go out and express yourself, and let's get into the next round of this cup. Although it's a group stage, but there will now let's set ourselves off in the right manner.
There'll now be a period of silence that will begin and end on the referee's whistle after the toss up of the coins. Joe Anderson, the Everton captain, Don Bollard, the captain of Southampton. The referee will start the period of silence as we remember the servicemen and women who have lost their lives in conflict over the decades. You'll be observed, you'd expect nothing else. Poignant moment before the start of the game, the wintry sunshine casting long shadows across the pitch here at Walton Hall Park as Graham Stewart spills his coffee all over the place. Did you miss the table there, Graham?
I've got no idea what happened there, Daz, but it's been going swimmingly well so far, apart from that little moment there. So, oh well, things can only get better.
We're all ready to kick off. Joe Anderson and Dominic Ballard bring the wreaths to the side of the pitch, and Everton will attack from right to left as we look out across the pitch. Players taking the knee, and the referee, Mr. Swallow, will get us underway. Touch from Mackenzie Hunt, but it drifts out of play.
It's the first time I've done it from up here, Daz, in this gantry here, and already I hate it because I can't see a thing.
It's not the best view, is it?
No.
Isaac Price guides it back to Ben Godfrey. How good is it to see Ben Godfrey back in a royal blue jersey, Diamond?
Yeah, I mean, it's fantastic, not only for us but for Ben as well. I mean, it's a horrible injury for him to get such an early stage of the season, but he's come back and recovered well, worked hard with his rehab, and he gets his reward to come out and have a run around. I would guess he probably won't play the 90 minutes, but
45, I gather.
Is that what it is? Yeah. Well, it's good news for Ben, and it's good news for us. I mean, the fact that we've broken for the World Cup now gives him that extra little bit of time to play some of these games, so that when we get going again on Boxing Day, hopefully Ben's in the squad.
Charlie Whittaker upended. It'll be a free kick for Everton. Joe Anderson, great for Joe Anderson to partner Ben Godfrey. Here's Ishi Samuel Smith, an unused substitute for Everton at Bournemouth.
Face the break. On your left shoulder. On right shoulder.
Southampton can't play their way out of trouble. They're penned in a little bit there, and Mackenzie Hunt just gives away a free kick.
Talking to coffees, have you had a little disaster for your own there?
To be fair, that was the wind.
It is blowy up here, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So if we cut out at any moment, it's because Daz has poured coffee all over the ISDN machine.
One ball forward through the middle. Joe Anderson watches it and wins it. Picked up by Mackenzie Hunt. Back to Ishi Samuel Smith. Whittaker, nice. So Quirk. That's a bit of old school from Billy Crowley. Don't often see goalies in a cap these days, do you?
Oh, you don't actually, do you? But it's quite a low sun, and it's right in Billy Crelling's eyes, so he's done the right thing.
Isaac Price lofts it forward. Ball just hangs in the wind a little bit, and Oliver Wright has to put his foot through it. Charlie, a bit loose from Charlie Whittaker. Southampton can bring it forward with Cammy Doyle. Joe Anderson, he's been in great form this season. Joe Anderson wins the ball nicely. Okolonquo is just about onside on that far right hand side for the Toffees, and he'll take himself into the Southampton penalty area. A little bit outnumbered, gets a bit of help from Katia Kayate. Price, all the way back to Joe Anderson, and Everton can start again. There's Ishi Samuel Smith into the penalty area. Reaches Kayate, half a chance. Oh, and it wasn't the best first touch from the young winger. And then he commits a foul. And that was a shame, it was half a chance.
Yeah, it was half a chance. The ball just popped up nicely off his chest there, Kayate, and he had an opportunity to swing his left foot, get through the ball and have a shot on target. He chose to take an extra touch, and it was a poor touch, and as you say, Daz gave away the free kick instead. But it was a good opportunity. I think I'd have taken the chance if I was him.
I'm sure you can hear the wind howling down the microphone. We are largely unprotected up here on the gantry, and that's the possible disadvantage of Walton Hall Park. It's very, very open ground. There's a lot of flat land about, and when the wind whips up, it certainly whips up.
Yeah, what are we, about 30 feet above ground level here? And it's a beautiful day down there, and it's not the greatest up here.
Here's Doyle, works it onto his left foot, goes for goal, struck it well enough, but thankfully straight at Billy Crellin. Yeah, who gets Everton on the move.
Decent strike from Doyle there, cutting on his left-hand side. Good strike, but Billy Crellin more than equal to it.
Doyle wins it again. Southampton are playing their way into this game, but Ben Godfrey watches that forward ball from Jack Turner and guides it safely back to Billy Crellin. Lively little tempo to the game. Diamond?
Yeah, it's okay actually. It's not a bad little start to the game. Southampton are always decent opponents as well. They've always, their academy levels are always good.
Had some players come through over the years,
of course, yeah. I mean, you know, you think the Gareth Bales of this world and what have you. Shearer wasn't bad either, was he? So, yeah, they've got a good academy down there. So this will be a test.
They're currently second in Premier League 2, Division 2 are Southampton, behind the league leaders Leeds United. Samuel Smith dispossessed by Doyle. Here's Ballard, slides it through, but just couldn't find Jimmy Morgan, 16-year-old striker. A couple of 16-year-olds in the Southampton lineup.
Yeah, it was good feet from Ballard there, the captain. He showed real good turn of speed and good control with his feet as well. Just tried to slide the ball through to his strike partner, but couldn't quite make it.
Katia Kayate will challenge and will win it. Now then, Charlie Whittaker just couldn't get there ahead of Lewis Payne. Southampton rather wasted the throw.
It wasn't the greatest throwing you've ever seen there. He's pretty much just threw it to our right back, didn't he?
Joe Anderson. Rishi Samuel-Smith. Mackenzie Hunt. Oh, good challenge by Rishi Samuel-Smith. I thought Mackenzie Hunt was getting his shirt tugged there. He's the meat in the sandwich, wasn't he? Played by Anderson. Charlie Whittaker in the wind, can't control it. Lewis Payne can. Finds Bellis into the penalty area. And Billy Crellin out sharply to deny Jimmy Morgan.
He done well there, Billy Crellin, because he had to be sharp and get out quickly, because it was a decent ball around the back of Ben Godfrey there, and just for 1 second you thought the lad was getting in, but Billy done well, read the situation.
Lancashire finds Nico Lawrence, and Nico Lawrence plays it back to Oliver Wright. Seven minutes on the clock here at Walton Hall Park. Surrender possession again. Once again, Southampton overhit the forward pass and it drifts through to Billy Crellin.
It was Sam Bellis on that occasion. It was a really good opportunity for him to slide the ball through, and it was a misplaced pass, because it was a real good opportunity. If he could have picked out Morgan there, he would have been in on goal. Wasteful.
Ryan Finnegan penalised for the foul. Charlie Whittaker gets the ball out from under the feet eventually, but then loses possession, and Southampton on the front foot, but again the ball carries through to Billy Crellin. Just got to find his feet, Charlie, at the moment.
Yeah, all around the pitch really does. We're not really sharp with our passing at this moment in time. I think Paul Tate will be a little bit disappointed now we've started the game in terms of, looking after the ball and moving it around sharply.
Here's Roman Dixon to Katia Kiarte. Pass out for a goal kick for Everton. And we're just waiting for the game to settle down into some sort of pattern. The two fullbacks are quite high up the pitch, aren't they? This is Samuel-Smith and Roman Dixon.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good if you can push your fullbacks on. I mean, it gets everybody else that little bit higher up the pitch, but we've just got to be a little bit careful. It's all well and good having them high up the pitch, but if you keep giving the ball away like we do, there's gaps down the side of the defence, obviously, for Southampton to exploit. We've just got to look after that ball a bit better.
Joe Anderson.
Again, giving away again.
But playing out from the back just wasn't on then, Graham. It was too tight. They had three forwards waiting for us to play out from the back and just nipped in and pinched it.
Yeah, it's you've got to use your brains at times. You've got to, and I'm talking about players on the pitch. You can't just if it's not on, it's not on.
It's not on,
you might want to do it, and that's what you might be coached and asked to do. But if it's not on, make the decision out on the pitch that you can't do it.
There's Ollie Lancashire, 33 years of age, the Southampton centre half. Made his Southampton first team debut back in 2006 and has since had a decent career at lower league level, and is now back as one would assume a player coach role at Southampton. Good football. Cammy Doyle inside the penalty area, chance for Southampton. Good save, Billy Crellin. He had to be sharp inside his 6-yard box then, because Southampton had passed their way through, and it was Sam Bellis, the 19-year-old, almost got on the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, good work again, really good work again, good movement, good passing, nice short passing there. Sam Bellis breaks through, and Billy Crellin again makes a decent save, and it's thanks to Billy Crellin that we're still level in this game, because for me, Southampton have been miles the better side, moving the ball better, their passing's crisper, and we need to hang on here a little bit.
There's a storm to weather. In comes the corner. It's going to be awkward for the goalkeeper in this wind. Lancashire wins the first one, Okoronkwo the second, and then thankfully Jack Turner completely misses his kick. Samuel-Smith, good play. Okoronkwo trying his luck on this left-hand
Put
side.
Samuel-Smith in again.
Samuel-Smith goes through again. Katia Kiarte picks it up. It's a great ball. Whittaker, he's offside.
I don't think it was Whittaker who was offside, actually, Daz. I think it was Kiarte who was offside. The pass got played through. I think it was initially meant for Samuel-Smith, actually, but it found itself to Kiarte, and he's just gone up that little bit early, squares it to Charlie Whittaker, who would have obviously put the ball in the back of the net, did put the ball in the back of the net, but it doesn't count, unfortunately.
Southampton under U21s beat Middlesbrough 3-1 in Premier League 2 Division 2 last week. They are in good nick. They beat for Chiarte. Infield to Isaac Price. Joe Anderson. This is Samuel Smith. Takes on Doyle and beats Doyle, but then puts far too much pace on the cross. Roman Dixon will have to sprint after it to keep the ball in play. 1-2 with Isaac Price. Decent. That's how to play, and it's a goal kick for Southampton, but at least we're in the attacking zone.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, Roman Dixon loves to get himself forward as often as he possibly can. Played a little but nice 1-2 with Isaac Price there, but that key moment again, that final delivery, puts it behind the goal. Got to make sure our crossing's better. Samuel Smith with a great opportunity to cross a few moments before, nearly puts it out the other side of the pitch. We've got to take care. Final ball's everything.
Now Southampton's turn to play out from the back. Ben Godfrey back to Billy Crellin. Mackenzie Hunt dispossessed by Turner. Turner attacking this right flank for Southampton. Infield to Payne. It's not a good ball by Payne, thankfully. And Joe Anderson and Ben Godfrey can clear the danger. Space on the edge of the penalty area for Ballard. Blocked by Godfrey. It's a good ball by Seb Quirk to find Chiarte on the right hand side. Chiarte will run it. Josh Lett. Finnegan. He's offside, I think. Ballard. He has a little look and chips the goalkeeper. He looked offside to me.
Well, it was a close one, wasn't it? But I thought he was offside as well. But the linesman kept his flag down on this near side here.
I think he's just signalled that it was offside.
Oh, it was,
he didn't raise his flag, but he just signalled to the referee, and on occasions like that they do allow play to go on.
I don't. Yeah, but what's the point in letting play go on? Because if he scores, how's it? Yeah. There's no VAR to check it, is there? So just put your flag up.
Yep. Whittaker. Goals in possession. Cammy Doyle does really well. Now then, Ballard is onside on this occasion, and Billy Crellin again has to make the save, and the loose ball is nodded wide by Jimmy Morgan. But it's Southampton again, Diamond, who are asking the questions.
Well, Ballard has to score for me. He's to keep his shot low. It's a good height for Billy Crellin to save. I mean, it's a good save, but he shouldn't have had the opportunity. You've got to drill them in the bottom corner. I think Ballard would be disappointed with his finish, but again, wasteful from us, passing out from the back into midfield. We're not looking after the ball well at all.
Cammy Doyle, the number 10 for Southampton. He's been at the football club for 10 years. England under 17 international, and he looks a lively customer. And this time Billy Crellin knocks it long, doesn't quite reach the halfway line. Dixon to Godfrey. Joe Anderson. Long ball forward into the channel for Mackenzie Hunt to run on to. That'll be a throw in on this left hand side.
Well, 15 minutes gone, Daz, and you'd have to say Southampton have been the better side, and it's thanks mainly to our man Billy Crellin in goal that we're not a goal down here, at least, because Southampton's movement, their passing has been crisper, it's been better than ours. We've got to really get ourselves into this game.
Everton knocking the ball about inside their own penalty area again. Foul.
See,
He's given the first free kick actually.
On Ben Godfrey, but they're the sort of things that, as much as you you have your heart in your mouth a little bit. Ben needs things like that. He needs to have somebody tackle him late and, you know, give him the odd kick, just for his own peace of mind as well, to make sure that he's, you know, he's feeling good and his legs are okay and whatnot.
He knows he's robust enough to withstand the challenges.
Correct. Yeah.
This is Samuel Smith, gives the ball away. Seb Quirk picks it up for Everton, gives the ball away. It's an awful ball from Seb Quirk. And again, Everton a little bit careless. Jimmy Morgan, Lawrence. Lancashire to Lewis Payne. Well done, Joe Anderson. Puts a foot in. And Everton regain possession. Is still Billy Crellin tested far more than Oliver Wright at the other end. Turner. Now then, Seb Quirk, chance to build something for Everton over on that right hand side. Katia Kiarte infield to Whittaker. Kiarte is pulled back by Josh Lett, and the referee will want at least a word with Josh Lett and will probably show him a yellow card. And referee throws his arms out to say, you've left me with absolutely no option. You pull somebody back, it's a yellow card.
I'm not so sure about that, Daz, if I'm totally honest with you. I don't think there's any need for the referee to book him. It's a foul, yeah, but you don't need to book him.
That's the law though, isn't it? You pull somebody back, it's a yellow card.
Well, I've watched a few first team games at Goodison lately, and they haven't been coming out. So
well, not many decisions go our way anyway, do they? Ben Godfrey. Rowan Dixon tried to let the ball run through.
Trouble here. Could be trouble.
Everton are outnumbered here. Real chance. Doyle is through on goal, and it's a super block by Joe Anderson. It's a corner for Southampton, but Joe Anderson has kept this game level with a wonderful block.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great block. Last ditch, you know, the ball gets dinked over the top of Billy Crellin there, and Joe Anderson gets his body there to save us going 1-0 down. But you just feel like it's a matter of time before Southampton score. Everything good about this game is coming from Southampton.
Yep, certainly is. Corner kick on this right hand side. Cammy Doyle will take it. Lancashire's gone forward. Nico Lawrence has gone forward as well for Southampton. Billy Crellin comes and Billy Crellin catches.
Yeah, not the greatest corner if we're honest. That was just hung up. There's no real pace on it, just hung up, and you'd expect a keeper but Billy Crellin's capabilities to deal with it, and he certainly did.
This is Samuel Smith. Good ball. Mackenzie Hunt laid that off to Okoronkwo. Okoronkwo back to Mackenzie Hunt. Tries to get a shot in. And it deflects for a corner kick. Now chance for Everton to put a bit of pressure on Oliver Wright for just about the first time in the game.
Yeah, I mean, what I would say is, as much as Southampton have been the better side and should really be at least a goal up, every time we do break away, we've caused them some problems at the back.
Yeah. Isaac Price makes his way over to the left hand side to take this corner. Mackenzie Hunt makes up one to the edge of the penalty area. Isaac Price waves him away. Whittaker goes short as well. Back to Price. That's off the training ground. Seb Quirk. It's a good ball in. Oh, just wanted to be attacked and nobody could get on the end of it.
Yeah, that was a decent ball. I mean, it's horrible ball for a goalkeeper as well. You don't know whether to come or you're waiting for a defender to either get a head on it or your centre forward glancing it or something along those lines. And horrible ball to deal with. But unfortunately for us, we didn't have anybody there flying in at the far post.
Coming up to the 20-minute mark here at Walton Hall Park. Premier League Cup action, Group F. Manchester United and Birmingham City are the other two teams in this group. Colchester beat Birmingham 2-1 in their opening game. Joe Anderson curls the pass forward. Okoronkwo can't reach it. Lewis Payne picks it up. Low ball forward. Good challenge from Anderson. Good play, Isaac Price. Samuel Smith. Price again. Back to Samuel Smith. Sliding challenge comes in from Lewis Payne. To throw in for the young Toffees. One for Soccer AM. Seb Quirk completely slicing the ball out of play. Kiati bounced up and hit him on the arm, but not a great deal he could do about it.
Yeah, he certainly didn't mean it, did he? I think the referees decided to let him play on there purely because of that reason. He really genuinely didn't mean it for it to hit his arm. But possession now in the middle of the pitch. We've just given it away again, Charlie Whittaker.
Ballard. Across comes Ben Godfrey. Ballard lays it back to Morgan, and it's a corner kick on the left-hand side. And
again,
that all came from us giving it away.
Correct, that's exactly what I was going to say. You know, we're the masters of our own downfall at the moment in terms of possession. We just keep giving the ball away. We've already proven that if we can get into the final third, we'll create chances.
Yeah.
But the problem is we can't get that ball delivered into the final third often enough because the passing's been poor.
Corner kick for Southampton. 17-year-old Cammy Doyle will take it. Again, the big defenders are forward for the visitors. Bit of a deeper corner on this occasion, and it comes off the nose, I think, of Don Ballard at the back stick and out of play.
You don't want the old ball on the nose in this game, on a day like this, do you?
One of three players who I watched in under-18 action last week. Everton and Southampton shared a couple of goals down at Finch Farm last Saturday morning before the first team fixture with Leicester. Cammy Doyle, Don Ballard, and the left back on the far side, Josh Lett, all played in that under-18 game. Whittaker now. Chance to find Katia Kiati. He could have done with it on the ground, but he gets it under Katia Kiati and then can't do a great deal with it.
Again, it's the ball out to him. It's a poor ball.
Yep.
It was a relatively simple ball to just fizz across the floor, and Charlie Whittaker hung it up and gave the left back for Southampton an opportunity to get over to Kiati.
Joe Anderson, Seb Quirk runs into a cul-de-sac but gets lucky. Whittaker clips the ball wide to Kuyate. Isaac Price to Samuel Smith. Breaks forward. Everton have possession on the left-hand side. Cross comes into the penalty area. Okoronko nods it down. Nobody there for Everton. Isaac Price with a shot. And Isaac Price with a goal.
Great strike.
It's a super goal from Isaac Price. He has got an eye for a goal. He is in good goal-scoring form. And there's another one to the Isaac Price collection. And Everton, possibly against the run of play, Diamond, midway through the first half, are one up.
Very much against the run of play, but we have mentioned, haven't we, every time we've got in their final third, that we are creating chances. And it's a fantastic ball in, actually, from Mackenzie Hunt, I think it was, on the left-hand side, after he got fed by Samuel Smith. Whipped it across the box. It eventually got headed out and found itself to Isaac Price, and he drills a low shot. Charlie Whittaker with the initial chance to get saved, comes out to the edge of the box, drills it into the bottom corner. Keeper has no chance whatsoever.
Not stopping that.
It's a good save initially from the Charlie Whittaker header, but he certainly can't save that one. Isaac Price, good finish. But that should give us the confidence to go forward and push on in this game, because if the truth be told, we've not been the best.
6 goals for the season for Isaac Price. Now then, Katia Kiati. Can Everton really push on now here? Good play by Kiati, but just pushes it a little bit too far with his final touch. Roman Dixon will try and recycle it for the Toffees over on that far side. Back it goes to Ben Godfrey, and Everton will build again. Everton 1, Southampton 0, thanks largely to some competent goalkeeping from Billy Crellin and a wonderful goal line clearance from Joe Anderson before Isaac Price drilled that low shot into the corner of the Southampton net.
Just shows, though, doesn't it? Shows how important it is to take your chances. I mean, Southampton will be ruined the fact that they've missed 1 or 2 glorious opportunities. Now all of a sudden, one little breakdown down the other end of the pitch and you find yourself a goal down. But we'll take that, thank you very much.
Kiati does incredibly well to keep it in play and to find Quirk, but then Quirk gets a little bit too excited, overhits the cross, and it's a goal kick for Southampton, although the offside flag is up as well.
Miserable trip yesterday, Dazzler?
Miserable week.
Oh,
I was down in Bournemouth on Wednesday night, down in Bournemouth yesterday. It wasn't the best.
no. Plenty of work to be done in the second half of the season.
Chases his own ball forward. Good or bad time for a World Cup break?
I think it's a good time for us. You know, if you're winning games of football and you're full of confidence, then the last thing you want to do is, you know, disappear off for 6 weeks. But the way things are going at the moment, it's probably not a bad time for us to sit back, take stock of what's been going on, and, you know, regroup come Boxing Day.
There's just no excitement about the World Cup, is there? It's a strange one, isn't it?
It's a very, very strange scenario, isn't it? And I don't know. I've got mixed emotions about it, if I'm honest.
I've got mixed emotions about going to Australia with Ian Snowden, I can tell you that.
There's only one emotion there: danger.
Charlie Whittaker will of course be showing the 2 games in Australia, Celtic and Western Sydney Wanderers. There will be some toffees travelling halfway around the world to follow the Blues, and I'm looking forward to seeing our expat friends as well. We've got lots of expats and lots of Australian Evertonians, but that's for next week. Meanwhile, here's a real chance for Whittaker. Oh, he's hit the crossbar.
Don't know if the keeper
Good
got
effort.
a touch on that. I don't know if he did or not. If he did, it's a great save.
Mackenzie Hunt trying to keep it alive. Back to Ishi Samuel Smith. Seb Quirk forced away from goal. It was a wonderfully controlled effort from Charlie Whittaker. Then he pokes one in from close range, and the keeper makes another good save. And Kiyate can't force the rebound home. And we've got a different game of football here, Graham.
Yeah, well, all of a sudden that seems to have given us the confidence to push forward again, that goal. Again, it's Isaac Price on this right-hand side, cuts the ball back to Charlie Whittaker. He takes a touch. It's a great save.
Yeah, I think he gets a finger.
I think the keeper gives the keeper some credit for it's a fantastic little fingertip save. Otherwise, that creeps under the bar.
Charlie Whittaker will be aware that Isaac Price has just drawn level with him on 6 goals apiece at the top of the near the top of the under-21 goal-scoring chart. So he'll be keen to forge ahead again, and he came within an ace of doing so. Jack Turner to Payne. Morgan, Turner again. Telegraphed that one. Whittaker picks out Roman Dixon, chased by Morgan, but Dixon's quick and he's strong. Wide it goes to Katia Kiyate, but Jimmy Morgan doesn't give up the chase and gets a foot in. Regular goal scorer Jimmy Morgan for the age groups at Southampton. Scored a couple of goals against Portsmouth at Fratton Park recently in the Hampshire Senior Cup for Southampton. Oh, Joe Anderson, sloppy, gives the ball away. Here's Doyle, slides it forward, looking for Ballard. Across comes Ben Godfrey. Ballard gets there first, holds off the attentions of Ben Godfrey. Easier said than done. Payne gets lucky with a deflection, and that'll be a corner kick for Southampton. Just a reminder from Southampton that we're still here.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, it's very similar in some respects. Every time we go forward, we look like we're going to create chances, but equally, you have to say Southampton very much look like they're going to create chances and have done. So it's let's just say it's attackers on top rather than defenders.
Corner kick for Southampton, coached by Dave Horseman, the Southampton side. Plenty of space here for Payne to steady himself, look up, curl it towards the back stick, headed away by Mackenzie Hunt, picked up by Turner. Bit disappointed to see Payne in so much space.
Well, I mean, if they played a short corner and they play it out, I mean, look at this is around the space he's got
space
now.
Again there, nobody there. Where's the fullbacks? Ballard plays it in field towards the edge of the penalty area. Good tracking back by Sebastian Quirk. Kuyate,
he's offside.
Yeah, looking for Isaac Price, but he's offside. Just went off a second too early, and the linesman makes the right decision.
I agree with that, but again, wonderful opportunity. If we can just make 1 or 2 passes there, we get out on this left-hand side. So much space to break into.
Free kick for Southampton. Premier League Cup holders are West Bromwich Albion, by the way. They won it last year.
The Baggies.
The Baggies won it. The year before, 2021 and 2020, the competition wasn't played due to the COVID restrictions. And in 2019, the winners, of course, were Everton. Memorable night at Goodison Park. Southampton have won the Premier League Cup once. That was in 2015, and they had Harrison Reed and Matt Targett in their side when they won the final. Long ball forward from Billy Krellick. Kayate's underneath this, but Nico Lawrence comes a long way to make it his. Quirk picks it up for Everton. Well done, Seb, shouts Paul Tate. Quite right too. Here's Ishi Samuel-Smith. Mackenzie Hunt again, as ever, the willing runner down the left-hand side. Is there a decent cross? It's a heavy cross and it's over Kayate. Isaac Price will sprint after it and just about keep it in play. Dixon. Samuel Smith, oh, it's a great run, gets his shirt pulled by Payne. Has to be a free kick referee, doesn't it? Referee's played an advantage here, and it could be a good advantage. Isaac Price shoots for goal, and the keeper palms it away. Did he palm it away or fumble it away?
Fumble it away, a little bit of both, but it popped up right in front of him. It was a weird bounce just in front of the goalkeeper there.
I like the look of Fishy Samuel Smith.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's a good player. There's no doubt about it. He's only 16, 17 now. He is, but he's definitely one for us to keep an eye on.
Sorry, you're right. He is 16. Sorry, he is 16. He would have been the youngest Everton player in our history had he made an appearance against Bournemouth in the Carabao Cup. But understandably, that was not a night to throw a 16-year-old on. No. I mean, you don't really deserve it as a 16-year-old to be involved in a performance like that. So, but he's definitely a talent. There's no doubt about it, and he's been linking up with Mackenzie Hunt on this left-hand side very well. Just a bit of treatment needed for one of the Southampton players. Everton leading by that Isaac Price goal to 0. It's Dominic Ballard, the 17-year-old, who despite being 17 is the captain of Southampton this afternoon. He's played for the first team in the Carabao Cup earlier this season against Cambridge and scored in an under-18 international, and he's walking rather gingerly to the side of the field there with the physio. And Everton have a corner kick on this left-hand side.
I need me sunglasses.
Yeah, we're still trying to shield our eyes from the sunshine here at Walton Hall Park. Everton play the short corner, then it comes into the penalty area. Ishi Samuel Smith keeps it alive, but all he can do is loft it back into the penalty area, and it's straight down the throat of Oliver Wright. Everton 1, Southampton 0 here at Walton Hall Park. Here's Lancashire. Something that Everton did with David Weir a few years ago when Big Davy Weir came back as a coach. He played a few reserve team games for the Toffees.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea, you know. It gives you an opportunity to implement some of the ideas that you've got as a coach on the pitch, you know, with players around you, so you can explain to them exactly what you're trying to get across for your message. Plus, it keeps you fit as well.
Absolutely. Did you have Snod's brother coaching you when you were playing for the Rezzies at Charlton?
Yeah, he was an excellent coach, Glyn. Yeah. Really, really good coach. Everything we did was short and sharp, and he was enthusiastic, passionate about his training. I really enjoyed working with Glyn.
Look at the space for Payne here on the right-hand side. He's got in on the blind side of the Everton defence, the right back, and he lays it off to Doyle, and it's a good challenge by Mackenzie Hunt. But once again, Lewis Payne, another Southampton player who's actually played for the first team. He had the freedom of Walton Hall Park there, Graham, on this near right-hand side.
Yeah, he did. I mean, it was his first touch that let him down a little bit. If he'd got a straightener with his first touch, he'd have been able to carry on with himself. As it does, he lays the ball out there for the opportunity. And again, great challenge from Mackenzie Hunt in the end. But danger signals every single time. Both teams creating chances.
Cammy Doyle will take this corner kick for Southampton. Everton protecting this single goal lead.
Keep your arms down, okay?
Payne again. Low ball into the penalty area to Morgan, who pirouette and then just lays it off to Doyle. Doyle's cross is blocked by Ishi Samuel-Smith. He finds Whittaker. Whittaker to Kiyate. Back to Whittaker. And Everton scramble it away, not overly effectively, and Kiyate has to pull Ryan Finnegan down, and it's a free kick for Southampton.
Nothing wrong with playing a short corner, but I tell you what, the frustration if you're a centre forward, when you've got an opportunity to put the ball in the box and you play a short one and nothing comes in the box, the frustration.
It must be even worse for the centre halves, because they've just galloped 70 yards up the pitch. Here's Turner, back to Payne again. Here comes Southampton. Cammy Doyle. He does look a player, this boy. Clipped into the penalty area, headed away by Godfrey. Bellis. To Josh Lett, infield to Ballard. Good foot in by Charlie Whittaker. Good bit of footwork by Charlie Whittaker. Better, much better from him. That's the Charlie Whittaker.
Open your legs, big fella.
Now, away goes Katia Kiyate. Can he find the right pass?
Wasteful. Wasteful. Good ball.
Jimmy Morgan down the left-hand side. Gets the cross in, gets the cross all wrong, and it's a goal kick for Everton. But Katia Kiyate just acknowledged there that he didn't make the right decision. But at this level, you've got to make the right decisions, Graham, haven't you?
I'm saying you've got so much grass in front of you to open your leg. I mean, he's strong, he's powerful. You know, get the ball and knock it past people and show your athleticism.
Throw in for Southampton. Turner. Oh, gets a heavy whack off Seb Quirk. Gets to his feet quite quickly. I think he thought about rolling round, Jack Turner, but decided to get back to his feet straight away. And it's a free kick for Southampton, and they're just pressing a little bit here, Graham, towards the closing stages of the first half.
Yeah, what are we, the 38th minute now, and Southampton in the last 5 or 6 minutes have certainly been the team, you know, on the forefront of trying to create something. We've just had a little bit of a quiet period since the goal.
Here's Payne. Back to Turner. Oh, and it just runs under his foot, thankfully, because that was an opportunity for Turner to whip the ball into the penalty area. It just took his eye off it for a second, and he's conceded the throw in as well.
Yeah, Isaac Price just getting back there and made a good tackle. Deflection of the Southampton man, and it's gone out for our throw in, which we've taken. Samuel Smith.
The line towards Okoronkwo, heads it infield towards Whittaker. Price picks it up. Here's Mackenzie Hunt. All a bit scrappy. Okoronkwo. Good play. Oh, Nishi Samuel Smith gets a little bit lucky, and Isaac Price can tidy it up and find Roman Dixon on the far side. Good bit of play there by Okoronkwo.
Yeah, good centre forward play. Held it up well, had players around him, but he was strong, good feet. Laid the ball back to Samuel Smith. Took a bit of a knock himself, which he's just shaking off as we speak. But no, good centre forward play.
Rowan Dixon will take this throw in. Just over 5 minutes plus whatever added time Mr. Swallow wants to add on at the end of this first half. Everton leading by 1-0. But Southampton will know that they are very, very much still in this game of football.
They certainly are, Daz. It's been a decent game so far. Hate 12 o'clock kickoffs, but it's been a good game. It's just it doesn't feel the right time to play football, does it?
No. Southampton have got a long journey home as well. Sam Bellis wasn't a million miles away. I think Jack Crellin had it covered.
Yeah, he definitely had it covered there, Billy Crellin, no doubt about that. Just Sam Bellis just trying to creep one in the far corner there of Billy Crellin's net, but I think you're right, Daz. Billy had it covered.
Yet another example. It's baffling, isn't it? It really is.
Baffles me full stop, it really does.
Every player was marked, so don't play it out from the back.
I just think, do you know what? I think in football as a whole, I
Yeah.
just think
Absolutely.
it's just something that
It's a trend.
It's the trend to do it, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
if Pep Guardiola's side can do it, then we have to do it because they're the best side in the country. So
Yeah.
we have to do it. Well, you don't have to do it if you don't want to.
Long ball full from Oliver Wright. That'll go over everybody. Headed away by Ben Godfrey. Hasn't been overly tested, Ben, has he? But it's great for him to get 45 minutes of football in.
Yeah, that's the main thing for Ben. I mean, he's got himself through the game and he comes out unscathed. That's what we want. And that's what Ben wants as well. And he can, you know, I dare say he'll play in a few of these over the next few weeks.
Yeah, might as well. No first team action now until Boxing Day. And that game on Boxing Day, by the way, at Goodison Park against Wolverhampton Wanderers is as big as it gets.
Yeah, it's a big game of football. I mean, it's the second half of the season, and one, as I say, we've got to regroup, take stock of what's happened over the last few weeks, and I think a few people have to have a look at themselves in the mirror. And I don't say that lightly. I say that from an ex-player's perspective as well. I've had to do it myself.
Yep.
You know, you've got to have a look at yourselves as individually and collectively. We can't accept what's happened over the last few weeks.
Wretched week down on the south coast. Mackenzie Hunt. Good play by Mackenzie Hunt. Finds a bit of space for himself. Driving forward. Whittaker peels off. Whittaker. Oh, the pass was just behind him.
Well, we had the perfect angle from up here on the gantry,
Yeah.
right behind Mackenzie Hunt there. Just that 5-yard pass. He just played it the wrong side of Charlie Whittaker.
And Oliver Wright gets the ball in his hands as the wind whips up again here at Walton Hall Park. I hope this is a sturdy gantry they've constructed here, by the way, because it's howling.
That's what I say. I tell you honestly, when I first came here, it's a lovely day down there, and it's horrible up here.
Good play from Everton again. Okoronkwo. Samuel Smith. All he could do was prod it forward, really, and Southampton managed to work it back to Oliver Wright. There's Lawrence. Josh Lett plays it back to Wright again. Just got to see it out for a couple of minutes now, and Paul Tate and Keith Southern will take their boys in at half time. A goal to the good. There's Bellis for the Saints. Let's to Jimmy Morgan. He's looking for Ballard, and Billy Crellin again. Reads it, sees it, does a Pickford flop just to eat up a few more seconds.
Oh, he's had a good half, Billy Crellin.
He has,
He's been
yeah.
solid in everything he's done. He's made a couple of really good saves, been sharp out of his goal. Dominant in the air as well, as you'd like to think your goalkeeper would be. So all in all, it's been a good half for Billy.
Charlie Whittaker, down he goes, no free kick. That will be. Rowan Dixon on Sam Bellis. .60 seconds to go in the first half here. Walton Hall Park. Turner to Doyle. Ollie Lancashire to Sam Bellis again. Doyle will chip forward. Ben Godfrey's underneath it. Ballard will pick it up on the edge of the penalty area. Payne will play it back to Turner. He keeps it alive, puts it into the penalty area. Anderson with the header. Shooting chance for Turner, it's blocked. Payne picks it up on the right hand side of the box. Oh, and he's just chipped it over the crossbar and out of play. And it's a goal kick for Everton. And that should be enough.
Thankfully for us, it was a poor ball from Payne in the end, because it was a wonderful opportunity to dink the ball to the far post. But thankfully for us, it goes behind. Billy Crellin takes his time now, because he knows this is pretty much what we got 1 minute as to fourth official.
60 seconds of added time. So just a training session. A little bit of keep ball for 60 seconds, and the Toffees will go in at the break in the ascendancy. Free header for Finnegan. Up goes Okoronkwo. Nice little flick to Whittaker. Now then, is there a sting in the tail in the closing stages? Katayuki Arte, can he get there before Lancashire? No, he can't. Lancashire plays it back to right. And right clears his lines, but that would have been a perfect way to round
That would have been
things
a
off.
very, very nice way to end it, but used all the experience there. Ollie Lancashire, just to see off Kiati.
Billy Crowlett finds Joe Anderson. Turner wins the header, but Mackenzie Hunt will take over for Everton and find Isaac Price. Price wide to Katia Kiyate. Got Roman Dixon in support. Referee checks his watch and blows the half-time whistle, and Everton lead by a goal to nil. Pretty much even, Stephen. Both teams have had their moments, Diamond.
Yeah, very much so. I think Southampton, you'd have to say, started the better of the two sides. Took us a while to find our feet that first half, but Isaac Price's strike from the edge of the box gives us the goals lead. But you have to say Southampton are more than in this game, and I'm looking forward to the second half.
Half-time here at Walton Hall Park in the Premier League Cup. It's Everton 1, Southampton 0. Welcome back to Walton Hall Park. Everton leading Southampton in the Premier League Cup by a single goal to nil. Isaac Price drilling home a fine finish in the first half. Southampton will attack from right to left, kicking into the sunshine here in Walton for the second half. No changes from either manager at half time, so clearly Paul Tate has just said to Ben Godfrey, go and give us another 15 minutes or so, or as long as you want. We're underway. Good to see that Ben wants to play on a little bit longer, Graham.
Yeah, it's quite good, that, isn't it? I mean, I don't know whether it had been forced on him or whether he was just going to play the 45 minutes, but Tatey might have just said to him, how do you feel? Do you want another 15 minutes or something? So if he feels good, no worries. Just don't want to push him too far too early, do you know what I mean?
Well, there's no rush, there's no first in game until Boxing Day.
Exactly.
There's Nico Lawrence, plays it wide to Josh Lett on this near side. Tries Katia Kiarte for pace, which he was never likely to win. Good composure again from Isaac Price, but Everton surrender possession. Nico Lawrence for Southampton, read by Ben Godfrey. Here's Mackenzie Hunt, now space on that left hand side for Ishi Samuel Smith. Turns into trouble though. Just walked around the side of the pitch there, Graham. It's nowhere near as blustery pitch level, is it?
No, that's what I'm saying. I've told you it's a beautiful day down there and a ropey one up here. Could be worse, Daz. It's not cold, is it?
No, not at all, no. It's a nice autumnal afternoon. Long ball forward, Okoronkwo rather isolated, and Ollie Lancashire nods the ball out of play. I'm not sure that was his intention, but Everton will take the throw in.
I think Paul Tate will have spoken to the players and just said, listen, let's make sure we start the second half better than we started the first. That'll be important, because we didn't really get going for 20 minutes in that first half at all.
Southampton more than had their moments. Billy Crellin and Joe Anderson keeping them at bay. Here's Southquirk shooting chance, and he goes for it, blocked by Lancashire. Samuel Smith wins it back for Everton. Here's Isaac Price, had a good game, Isaac. Samuel Smith. Oh, just too far in front.
Yeah, a little bit wasteful there from
Mackenzie Hunt.
Samuel Smith there. But we'll forgive him because he's been one of our brighter moments, I think, Samuel Smith.
Look forward, look forward.
Doyle, good play. Finds Bellis now. Look at the space for Morgan on this near side. Jimmy Morgan though shows too much of it to Ben Godfrey. The loose ball favours Doyle. Doyle picks out Bellis. Bellis with his left foot straight at Billy Crellin. Had to watch it and gather it, but they are dangerous on the break.
Yeah, they are. I mean, both sides. It's pretty much the same for both sides. Whoever goes forward is creating opportunities. Southampton again there for Sam Ellis. Sam Bellis with an opportunity from the edge of the box. Fortunately, is a relatively comfortable save for Billy Crellin in the end.
Who then promptly kicks the ball the full length of the field and out to play for a goal kick for Southampton. Let was controlled by Sam Bellis.
Was a kid at Man City, Sam Bellis.
Yes, yep. Joined Southampton in 2019. Oh, Isaac Price surrenders possession in a very dangerous area, and Doyle has his shot blocked. Quirk to Kiarte.
Kiarte got it all wrong there. Ball's gone out for a Southampton throw on.
Here's Lawrence. Joined Southampton from a Kent League side called Glebe FC. So that's a heck of a move for the young lad, isn't it? I like seeing things like that.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Ollie Lancashire, the other end of the spectrum, 33 years of age. Doyle is looking for Payne, but Ishi Samuel-Smith has it under control. And haven't played their way out quite nicely.
Two Southampton lads tackled each other in the middle of the park there.
And neither of them won the ball. Here's Okoronkwo for Everton. Charlie
Pass,
Whittaker.
right pass.
Isaac Price. Oh, just pulls the shot wide. There wasn't a great deal he could do there, Isaac Price. It just came undone a wee bit right at the end, didn't it?
Yeah, it certainly did. It wasn't the greatest pass into him from Charlie Whittaker, it has to be said, and the ball was pretty much just under Isaac Price's feet. Couldn't get it out of his feet. Scuffed his shot wide. But again, both sides, when they hit them on the breakaway, chances are being created.
Jack Turner for Southampton. Payne, good turn by Bollard to Cammy Doyle, edge of the penalty area, fancies this on his left foot, works it onto his right, back onto his left, by which time he runs out of space.
It's good defending from Ben Godfrey there. He could easily have dived in there, and he cut back as well, did Doyle, but he was equal to it. Ben, good defending, one-on-one situation.
A little bit wasteful. Lewis Payne picks it up in field to Morgan, and Morgan finds the top corner. It's an emphatic finish. Southampton are level, but we were the architects of our own downfall there, Dan, not for the first time.
Correct, I was going to say not for the first time this afternoon. We find ourselves in a defensive position, giving the ball away needlessly. They break away and it's a good finish. You have to say it's an excellent finish from
Jimmy Morgan. He's only 16. He's very well thought of at Southampton. He's a goal scorer. As I mentioned earlier, he scored a couple of goals in the Hampshire Senior Cup at Fratton Park against Portsmouth for Southampton just a few weeks ago, and then told the local paper that if he plays for all the age groups, he'll score 40 or 50 goals.
But he confident lad then, eh?
Young lad, 16 years of age. Tell you what, he put that away.
Well, I was going to say, he confidently finished that one with his left peg, and you can't deny that Southampton have deserved to have something out of this game so far.
All square in the Premier League Cup at Walton Hall Park, and again Everton have given it away. Well, you said Paul Tate would want his side to start the second half brightly. They've not really done so.
Certainly from a defensive perspective we haven't. Just wasteful with our passing.
Good stuff from Nico Lawrence, but Roman Dixon should win that tackle and does so. Jack Turner. Lancashire. Lawrence looks for Josh Lett but doesn't find him on this left hand side, and Nico Lawrence is saying to Josh Lett, you could have got that, could have caught that.
I think he's right as well.
Yeah. There's Bellis. Lett fizzes it into Finnegan. Morgan, a little flick. Ben Godfrey's there. Just about keeps the ball. That's a good pass. He's done well today, Isaac Price, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been decent, but you know he should be running the show, Isaac. He's a talented boy. He's got plenty of experience at this level. He should be running the show.
Yeah. Yep. He's trained a lot with the first team this season and last. Made his Premier League debut last season. We haven't got up the blocks yet, have we?
What are we? 9 minutes into this second half, and we've really not got going.
Now then,
Could be a chance.
Whittaker. Oh, just couldn't find Chiarte. they'll give you chances, won't they, Southampton?
Well, I mean, we've seen that in the first half, as I mentioned. Like, every time we went forward, we looked like we could create chances, but equally Southampton did as well. It's, you know, both forward lines have been decent in terms of creating chances.
Here's Whittaker to Quirk. Men over on the far side. Mackenzie Hunt is one of them. Ishi Samuel Smith runs into a forward position as well. Mackenzie Hunt dribbles his way through. It's a good run by Mackenzie Hunt. Is there an end product? No. The final touch was just too heavy.
Yeah, he was desperate to get that ball back on his favoured left foot there, Mackenzie Hunt, and he sort of cut inside and what have you, and just that touch with the right foot just overran it a little bit.
Morgan. The ball to Lewis Payne on the far side. Good interception by Joe Anderson. Reliable central defender, Joe Anderson. Better from Everton. Better. Now then, the right pass here. Okoronkwo. He's onside. Linesman has his flag down by his side. Okoronkwo brings the ball in field, but the shot's blocked. Whittaker and Kiarte probably in better positions.
So Okoronkwo, he's got to get his head up. You know, his head's down, he's looking at the ball. If he looks earlier, he can play a decent ball to one of the two lads there.
There's Mackenzie Hunt. His shot's blocked as well. Kiarte. Isaac Price to Roman Dixon. There's Roman Dixon on the right hand side. Josh Lett comes across to challenge. Roman Dixon tries to take him on the wide, gets the cross into the penalty area, off Lawrence. Nobody there for Everton. Mackenzie Hunt will swing his left foot and pull the ball wide, and it stays at 1-1.
Yeah, I think he'll be disappointed with Mackenzie Hunt there, because that fell beautifully down on the volley for him on the left foot, and he scuffed it more than anything, dragged it past the goalkeeper's left post, and should have, for my opinion, done a bit better than that, especially because he's got a sweet left foot, Mackenzie.
He has, scored a couple of goals already this season. And Ben Godfrey's afternoon has run its course. Off he comes, and on comes Elijah Campbell. Straight swap. But 57 minutes in for Ben Godfrey, and at last a bit of good news for Frank Lampard.
No, I mean, he'll be delighted. Ben, as an individual, will be delighted to get the 57 minutes under his belt, and obviously we'll check on him tomorrow and make sure he's fighting fit again. But it's a good start for him to come back, and he did everything that you'd asked him to expect him to do.
Payne. It's a foul, isn't it, surely? Yeah. Lewis Payne, well, he pleads his innocence, but even from here you could see that he was all over Isaac Price.
Yeah, very much
and
so.
I think the referee will want to word with him about his reaction.
I think it's the referee just calming him down a little bit, Payne, because he wasn't overly impressed with the referee's decision, but it was the correct one.
58 minutes gone at Walton Hall Park. Even Steven, Premier League Cup. Everton 1, Southampton 1. A lot of these Southampton players involved in the Premier League Under-18 title triumph of last season. They won the Southern Division, Southampton. Just to echo the point Graham Stewart was making about them having a successful academy. Good play by Kiarte to Quirk, back to Isaac Price. Price looking to go forward to Okoronkwo. Early ball wide, crossed into the penalty area. That was better from Everton, Graham.
Yeah, a bit more decisive, wasn't it? A bit sharper around the box. Ball gets played out to Mackenzie Hunt, and he just steps onto it and drills it first time across the box. And defender did well there. Finnegan cleared it.
Corner kick for the
It's gonna be
Toffees.
a corner, as you say, he does.
Approaching the hour mark.
Isaac Price goes over there to take it.
Short one. Whittaker coming in the box now. Oh, good play by Whittaker. Can he get a shot away? Yes, he can, but it hits Payne. Ishi Samuel Smith miscontrols it on the edge of the penalty area, and forward comes Southampton, leading with pace. Ballard. But, good tracking back from Isaac Price, and he's tripped up on the edge of his own penalty area by Dominic Ballard, and there'll be a free kick for Everton.
Yeah, it was a good breakaway actually from Ballard, who picked up the miscontrol from Samuel Smith on the edge of the box and broke away, but he was always going to be outnumbered. Isaac Price on the occasion got himself back well. Good midfield play.
Eli Campbell's first involvement since replacing Ben Godfrey is to overhit his pass forward. And Oliver Wright picks up for Southampton. One apiece here, Walton Hall Park. Turner. Good pressing from Seb Quirk. Katia Kiyate turns nicely. Looks for the run of Mackenzie Hunt. It was nearly a really good ball.
Yeah, it was a decent idea actually.
Yeah, it was.
And the defender just let it run actually. Mackenzie nearly sneaked in behind him.
Lewis Payne to Lancashire. Letton field to Ryan Finnegan. Turner. Still anybody's game, this, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is. It's in the balance, isn't it? No doubt about that. 1-1 precarious for both sides.
Now then, Lewis Payne trying to get him round the back. Does get him round the back, but Joe Anderson's there for Everton. And he finds Ishi Samuel Smith to Mackenzie Hunt. Price. It's another lovely little pass from Isaac Price. And it's a nice little ball in field from Samuel Smith.
Can we get it out here?
Now then, Whittaker looks for Okoronkwo. Okoronkwo takes it in his stride, but can't get the ball out from under his feet quick enough. Needs a bit of support now, and then gives the ball away. Tried to thread it through a gap that wasn't really there.
Yeah, slightly disappointing end to that break there, because we played some really, really nice football out the back there and into midfield. Ball found its way to Okoronkwo.
Do you think it was meant for him?
No,
no,
I don't think it did. No, I think Charlie Whittaker wanted to get it out here to Kiyate, didn't he? But Okoronkwo did okay. I mean, it wasn't a bad touch that he put on the ball, but he just allowed the defenders to just get back at him.
We do look dangerous when we break, though, don't we? Which is encouraging.
Yeah, very much so. Like I said, Daz, all the way through the game, it's been the exact same. When they go forward, they look like they're creating chances, and equally we do. It's just going to be a case of who's going to take them.
Whittaker. Back to Eli Campbell. Heavy touch from Campbell, but he gets away with it. Roman Dixon. A challenge from Jimmy Morgan. Throw in Everton. Doyle to Ballard. Jack Turner, early ball to the feet of Sam Bellis, early ball to the feet of Jimmy Morgan. Danger this for Everton. Jimmy Morgan brings the ball in field onto his right foot. He's a goal scorer, the boy, isn't he? That's his second goal. But we have 16 years of age, and Southampton take the lead. Was that a bit too easy?
Yeah, too easy, way too easy. We've got to come out and close the ball down. You've got to recognise the danger. We've already seen that he can finish, the lad. So I mean, he's on the edge of the box. You've got to go down and throw your body in front of him. Disappointing goal to concede, it really is.
Well, in the space of 18 second half minutes, Everton have surrendered the lead, and Jimmy Morgan appears to be a young chap to look out for.
Yep. There's a couple of good players out there in Southampton shirts, it must be said. It was a fantastic goal from their point of view. They moved the ball quickly, decisively, and none more so than the finish.
And Everton have got it all to do now. Walton Hall Park, it was sitting pretty at half time, leading by the Isaac Price goal to nil, but with 63 minutes on the clock, it's been overturned, and it's Southampton now who have a lead to protect. It's a foul, isn't it? Only Lancashire on Mackenzie Hunt. No, says the referee. And Finnegan completes the clearance. Quirk, Whittaker closed down quickly. Whittaker tries to keep possession but couldn't do so, and Southampton can counter again. Here's Jimmy Morgan. Got the tails up now, haven't they?
They certainly have. They're moving the ball around really well, Southampton.
Josh Lett. Heavy touch on that occasion from Morgan. Seb Quirk finds Mackenzie Hunt. Back to Quirk again, but sloppy forward pass, and Graham Stewart throws his arms out in frustration.
It's lazy. That's what it is. It's lazy passing.
Lawrence to Lancashire. Bellis, strong run from him. Just got to stay in the game here, Graham, haven't we?
Yeah, it's important that we don't concede a third goal, because that really will take the game away from us. Whilst it's 2-1, and with the options that we've got going forward, we'll get another chance, that's for certain, but we've got to make sure we keep the door shut at the back.
Bellis will chase it down. Has he just about kept that in? Yes, he has. Josh Lett stopped in his tracks. Bellis leaves it for Finnegan. Lett again, across the face of the goal, off the head of Quirk. Everton on the back foot here, very much so. Bellis again, inside the penalty area. Scoops it to the right-hand side of the box where Payne is waiting. Takes on Mackenzie Hunt, pulls it back for Ballard. Ballard goes for goal, blocked by Anderson and cleared by Charlie Whittaker, but not very far and not very effectively. Southampton will win it back again. Josh Lett. Everton are bending here on the ropes.
Yeah, see Quixote there, I think he's picked up a bit of a knock, Quixote there. He's limping around at the moment. Less than comfortable. In fact, he's going to go down again here.
It's a good strong challenge that by Nicola Lawrence, but Charlie Whittaker did not feel that.
He's holding his knee, Charlie Whittaker. It was
yelped in pain as soon as the challenge was made. Seb Quirk played the ball forward. Whittaker, whoa, he wasn't half clattered, wasn't he?
He certainly was.
Let's hope that's one that just stings like mad, but very quickly settles down. He's had his injury woes, has Charlie Whittaker.
Well, the last thing we want is a twist or anything in there. If it's just a clash of kneecaps, then fair enough. He should be all right to run it off, but the concern is that he's twisted his knee, and hopefully he hasn't. Opportunity for the players to just take a quick drinks break and just gather their thoughts as well. Give Tatey a chance to get amongst them.
Isaac Heath is about to come on. Not sure whether that was planned before Charlie Whittaker went down. Looks a little bit of concern. Joe Hinnigan and Pete Byrne are over the stricken young player, with the dock as well. And with 22 minutes to go, well, he's sitting up now, Charlie, so hopefully it was one of those, Graham, that you really felt but will settle down quickly.
Yeah, you'd like to think so. I mean, if there's any doubts about it, they'll obviously have to take him off. There's no point in pushing it if he's got a knock, but slowly but surely he looks to be coming round a bit anyway.
It was a heavy challenge, wasn't it?
It was a heavy challenge. It was you know, there was no malice in it or anything along those lines, but it certainly was a strong challenge.
Katia Kiarte has been withdrawn for Isaac Heath.
Yeah, he went down in the box just before his injury to Charlie Whittaker, so he's obviously felt something. I think it was his calf, and Charlie Whittaker looks to be a little bit cautious about putting his foot down on the floor too much, but it wouldn't surprise me to see him come off as well.
We may well see Khaled Jankpata coming on for Everton, and we are in fact seeing Khaled Jankpata. He played for, actually captained the under-18s against Southampton at Finch Farm last weekend, and he's coming back on to face them for the under-21s this afternoon. Charlie Whittaker, but he's walking gingerly, but he's walking great.
Yeah, I think he's all right. You know, I think this is more of a precaution than anything else.
That's on the back from Paul Tate for Charlie Whittaker. So Khaled Jankpata and Isaac Heath have got a chance to impress in the closing 20 minutes here at Walton Hall Park. Everton chasing the game, but Southampton very much in the ascendancy with regards to possession.
Substitution for
And on comes Howland Jampata.
Charlie Whittaker. His replacement number 17, Helen Jampata.
What was the restart there? That looked like a free kick to Southampton, which was a
It
little
was.
bit,
It was given.
little bit harsh.
It was given against Charlie Whittaker.
Oliver Wright digs out the clearance. Campbell climbs high. Isaac Price back to Roman Dixon. Wide to Isaac Heath. Billy Crellin beaten twice in the second half by 16-year-old Jimmy Morgan.
Yeah, nothing Billy could have done about either goal,
No,
though, in fairness
not
to
at
him.
all.
He's
No.
had a good afternoon, Billy. He's made some
Yes.
decent saves in that first half that kept us in the game.
Two good finishes. Now then, bit of green grass in front of Dixon, and he's got Isaac Heath in acres of space to his right.
Goodness me.
It's not a good pass, that. Didn't give Isaac Heath much of a chance to do anything with it. Here's Jampata. Can he weave his way through? Cross the face of the goal. Nobody in there.
That was a good little run there from Jampata as
Yeah.
well. Got down the right-hand side of the box and got a decent ball across the box. And as you said, there's no one there at the near post.
Here's Mackenzie Hunt. Will he have a crack? Yes, he will, over the bar. Goal kick for Southampton, but just that when you were saying before about taking a little bit more care, that wasn't a difficult pass for Roman Dixon to execute, and he sold Isaac Heath short.
Yeah,
when
he did.
Isaac was in acres.
He
on the
was in
right-hand
acres of
side.
space, and he actually done quite well actually to make something of it in the end,
Yeah.
because it was, as you say, a really poor pass to him.
Everton 1, Southampton 2. Less than 20 minutes to go here at Walton Hall Park. Everton don't want to get up to a losing start in Group F of the Premier League Cup. Done the double, of course, in 2019 under David Unsworth. The days of Morgan Feeney and the likes. Good play again from Isaac Price. He really has had a good game for Everton in the midfield area. He's looked so composed today.
Commentator's
Commentator's
curse,
curse.
yeah, and gives the ball straight to Southampton centre half. Good tackle,
Challenged
Joe
by
Anderson.
Joe Anderson. Got the ball. Mackenzie Hunt back to Isaac Price again. Quirk to Ishii Samuel Smith. Eli Campbell to Dixon. Joe Anderson, good play, really good play.
Joe
Quirk.
Anderson keeps going as
Yeah.
well.
Mackenzie Hunt,
Go on.
not the worst ball in there. Lawrence clears. Okaronko tries a little bit of juggling on the edge of the box, probably not the best decision. And Jimmy Morgan picks it up for the Saints. To Cammy Doyle. To Ballard on the right hand side of the box. Isaac Price goes across to try and check his progress. Ballard squeezes it back to Cammy Doyle. Infield to Turner. Then back to Josh Lett. And Everton stand firm on this occasion. Here comes
In the
Southampton
fullback.
again, though. Yeah, Lewis Payne. Good parry away from Billy Crellin.
Now we've got to hit him on the break. Come on. Get some pace in the attack.
Good play by Mackenzie Hunt to Seb Quirk. That's the ball. Well, it would have been if it had been not so firmly hit, and Isaac Heath can't keep it in.
Deary me. That's the story of our afternoon, I'm
It is,
afraid
yeah.
to say, because that was such an easy pass. The range of capability to get to play that ball was so easy. The room he had to play that ball, Seb Quirk, was frightening, and he's kicked it off the park. Disappointing, it really is. That'll disappoint Paul Tate, it really
Yeah.
will.
They're throwing for Everton. Eli Campbell to Anderson. Nice play from Everton. Samuel Smith into the left-hand channel for Mackenzie Hunt, but Ollie Lancashire puts a good old-fashioned solid centre-half challenge in.
Yeah, clear the ball but catch the man as well.
Yeah, while you're there. This is Samuel Smith. That's a
Decent
good ball
ball.
in. John Patter couldn't get there. Roman Dixon. Back to Price. Another decent ball in, and Lancashire's there again.
There's a good ball in there from Isaac Price, tempting.
Couple of good crosses in there.
Good defending though. A man with all the experience in the world, Ollie Lancashire there, got himself in a good position to head it out behind for a corner. But we've really got to push last 15 minutes now.
Corner kick. Isaac Price to take it. Eli Campbell and Joe Anderson have gone forward. Price. Seb Quirk. Quirk again. Chance to get the ball in the box. Decent ball in. Isaac Price.
Oh, he's got to score. He's got
Isaac.
to score. It's a great ball in from Seb Quirk.
He knows it.
Isaac Price unmarked, 6 yards out. At the most, he has to score.
If he makes proper contact, he does score. And
He knows it as well. He puts his
dejected at that. It was a lovely ball in from Seb Quirk, Graham.
yeah, great in-swinging ball. I mean, you've just got to get some purchase on the header there. Anything, and it's in the back of the net. But he knows it, Isaac. Hands in his head in hands.
Couple of changes for Southampton. Ryan Finnegan, who played for the first team in the FA Cup last season, is coming off. And he's replaced by 19-year-old Irish international Luke Pearce. And Dominic Ballard is off as well, replaced by Cameron Bragg. Cameron Bragg, who also played for the under-18s at Finch Farm last weekend. Here's Lawrence. Oh, took a chance then and got really lucky.
Yeah, that was
What was he
fortunate.
thinking?
Got no idea what he was thinking there, Daz.
Joe Anderson. Just couldn't find Mackenzie Hunt. Ollie Lancashire calms things down. Cameron Bragg plays to that right-hand side to Lewis Payne. He looks forward for Luke Pearce.
Touch there from Pearce as well. Really good entry to the game. Held the ball up well, bought the free kick. Southampton now 12 minutes away from inflicting a defeat on us, which I'm not so sure we expected, Daz.
Nope. Premier League 2, Division 2. Oh, Jack Patter goes down, but fair tackle from Ollie Lancashire. Lancashire just helping Southampton to manage this game. Really is a good concept having a vastly experienced player at the back there amongst the youngsters.
Yeah, you like that, Daz, don't you?
I do, yeah.
It's your little favourite, that, isn't it?
Here he is, there's our man. And Southampton are ready to make a third change as well. Suriel Otse Tewo is about to come on. Eleven minutes to go. Everton 1, Southampton 2. Like a push at the back on Luke Pearce by is she Samuel Smith?
Yeah, you have to say there, Samuel Smith. I mean, it's just it's obviously a learning curve every week for Samuel Smith, but sometimes you just have to accept that you can't win the ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
Simple as that. You can't just go crashing through the back of a play. You've just got to accept that sometimes not every ball you can win. Just hold up and just keep him defend.
Josh Lett makes way, and Zuriel Otse-Tewo comes on, 19-year-old. Sometimes they're just trying to shore things up for the last 10 minutes or so, although they are on the offensive here with a free kick from the right-hand side, which Jack Turner looks like he's going to swing in with his right foot. So you've got to defend this, because a third Southampton goal really does give us a mountain to climb. Thankfully, it's not a good free kick. Away comes Roman Dixon, but well chased back by Cameron Bragg. Lewis Payne drops it into Sam Bellis, back to Nico Lawrence. Lancashire gives it away. Mackenzie Hunt for Everton. Can Everton launch the charge here? Get themselves back into this game. Jang Patter to Samuel Smith. Back to Khalid Jang Patter again. Nice little flick to Ishi Samuel Smith, but the forward pass doesn't find Mackenzie Hunt. Seb Quirk battles to keep it alive. Isaac Heath. Quick, sharp little player, but Everton surrender possession, and here's Jimmy Morgan, the scorer of the 2 goals. He's asked an awful lot of Liam Payne there. He's not going to get there. Lewis Payne, rather.
I think he thought Lewis Payne was Usain Bolt there, I think. It was, asked him to just do the impossible.
Yeah, he's never going to get it, was he? Heath. Outnumbered.
Yeah, we've got to really start taking a few chances now and commit some bodies forward to try and get an equaliser in this cup tie. The downside to that is every time Southampton break away, they do it with decent ability like this for a start.
Flick doesn't come off. Real chance. Oh,
dearie me.
Thankfully, Cammy Doyle plays totally the wrong pass, and Isaac Price, redemption for him. The pass doesn't reach its intended target. Cameron Bragg for Southampton to Cammy Doyle. Shot in from Seb Quirk. Now then, can Everton launch a counter-attack? Nope. Sebastian Quirk. Rowan Dixon kicks the ball out of play. Not a good ball by the young right back.
The thing about it, he wasn't even close to being a decent ball. Just absolutely fizzed it out off the pitch.
Joe Anderson is being replaced now by lifelong Evertonian Jack Tierney, still a season ticket holder at Goodison Park. Mackenzie Hunt takes the captain's armband, and Jack Tierney comes on to get a rare under-21 run out. He's got 6.5 minutes.
Yep, well, Joe Anderson coming off. I mean, I think, you know, they played a fair amount of football over the last week or so, haven't they, the boys? So I think Tatey just giving Joe a little bit of a breather.
Yeah, have the last 6 minutes off.
Yeah, have the last 6 minutes off. Well done. Well, it's nice for Jack to get a run out as well.
Yes, it is, yeah, definitely. Now it's Southampton's turn to take a few chances, and see, it was none, so don't do it.
Said it all day, haven't we?
Yeah. Quirk. It's a free kick. Jack Turner all over him. And a chance for Everton to get the ball in the penalty area. Get forward, Jack Tierney.
Yep. Got to get the boys in the box, simple as that. I mean, we're down, what are we now? Less than 6 minutes now on the clock, or coming up 6 minutes on the clock now. We've got to take chances, commit bodies forward.
Well, there's enough height in there. Isaac Price or Mackenzie Hunt, both have got the ability to put this right on the button. 6 minutes to go. Mackenzie Hunt headed into the air by Lawrence, and Southampton react to the second ball and clear their lines down the right hand side.
Southampton player disappeared over into the main stand, but I think it looks worse. It will look worse than it was. He's all right. He's back up.
He's back on his feet. A bit embarrassed maybe, but thankfully no harm. Jack Tierney. He played in that under-18 game last week. There's Roman Dixon. Better from Roman Dixon. Well, it was anyway.
It was promising, and then it's that final pass again. Not for the first time today. We just haven't taken care of it.
Jack Tierney makes it his, but Isaac Heath is a mile offside and can't react. 5 minutes to go. And it doesn't look as if we're going to get anything from this game. Graham?
No, we certainly haven't asked as many questions as we did first half to the Southampton defence and goalkeeper. It's been a bit of a disappointing second half, if I'm honest.
Lewis Payne will take this throw in. Infield to Turner. So Quirk scrapping away. Foot in from Ishi Samuel-Smith, but only falls kindly for Doyle, and there's real danger here. Luke Pearce is the spare man, the substitute Luke Pearce. Good challenge backed by Eli Campbell, and it needed to be Diamond.
Yeah, it's excellent defending there from Eli Campbell, because that really was game over if that ball squeezes in the back of the net. But Eli Campbell stretched out his left leg and gets the block in. It's resulted in a corner, obviously, that we'll need to defend, but it could have been worse. It could have been sunk in the bottom of our net.
Luke Pearce, who joined Southampton from Walsall a couple of years ago, almost put this game to bed. As the storm rips up again. Corner kick right hand side. Cammy Doyle will take it for Southampton. Short. Not exactly pouring men forward. Turner's cross hangs and it's headed away by Okoronkwo. Lewis Payne. Competently defended by Ishi Samuel-Smith. Billy Crellin gets Everton on the move again. Roman Dixon to Isaac Heath. Infield to Okoronkwo. Jack Patter has to arc his run. Okoronkwo can't find a blue jersey, and it's happened just too often in the second half for Everton. Here's Jimmy Morgan. His 2 goals look like they're going to give Southampton a winning start to Group F in the Premier League Cup this season.
He's
Two
a good
good
player
goals as well.
He's a good player. That's going to be a yellow card for Seb Quirk for certain. Less than happy, the Southampton player, and quite rightly so. It wasn't a great challenge.
No, it was a late one. And Sebastian Quirk will find his name in the referee's notebook. Zuriel
He's given him a red card.
He sent him.
He sent him off. Is that has he been booked already? I'm sure he's gone
Seb
yellow
Quirk,
red.
Yeah, Seb Quirk, second yellow card, and Seb Quirk is sent off.
Well, it was a daft challenge, to be fair.
Yeah.
If you're on a yellow card, you can't think for 1 second you're getting away with that.
And it's all ending rather sourly for Everton.
Yeah, that's disappointing to say the least for Seb, and for us as well, because with 2 minutes plus any added on time, unfortunately it looks like we're walking out of Walton Park beaten in this first cup game of the group.
Cameron Bragg plays it to Lawrence. Lancashire back to Oliver Wright. Haven't tested the keeper enough second half.
No, we've not asked enough questions. Our use of the ball hasn't been good enough second half. Simple as that. We can't have any complaints. Southampton 100% have been the better team.
Yep. Bragg to Turner. Back to Lawrence as we approach the 89th minute of the game. So now or never for Everton. Try and get a point from this Group F opener, but Southampton still knocking the ball about nicely, and now of course with numerical advantage following the dismissal of Sebastian Quirk. Lawrence dispossessed by Isaac Price. Well done, Isaac Price. Lawrence puts a strong challenge in. It's
just a case of playing out the time now, really. For
What's the referee's doing now? He wants a word with Isaac Price.
And
Isaac Price is sent off as well.
Well, it's obviously something he said to the referee. He's
Isaac
obviously
Price
sworn at the referee or something
is
along those
sent
lines.
off. It's a straight red card. Sent off for dissent. It must have been awful dissent. Isaac Price walks away. Everton are down to 9 men, and the afternoon, that promised so much, is ending rather catastrophically for Everton here. Well, we'll have to get that one checked, but the referee, it could only be dissent.
Well, it will be. I mean, he's obviously sworn at the referee or sort of something along those lines. I mean, if you're walking off with a straight red card from that, it's clearly sworn at the referee. You just can't do that. The frustration's there for Isaac, I get that, but the flip side now is we've got absolutely no chance whatsoever now. We're getting a sweet equaliser in this game. Southampton will just run the clock down.
Well,
he has played it.
this afternoon.
Yeah, he has a decent game. He's been one of the better ones on the day, it has to be said, Isaac Price, but he's let himself down by doing that.
Well, there'll be 5 minutes of added time.
And they've just got to play keep ball now, Southampton. Simple as that. Just keep moving the ball round, keep it. There'll be spaces as well for them to hit if they want to.
Back it goes to Oliver Wright, the Southampton goalkeeper. He lashes it forward. It's out of play on the far side, and it's a throw in for Everton. Payne to Cammy Doyle. It's 11 against 9 now, so Southampton will find gaps. Jimmy Morgan, he'll be desperate for a hat-trick. Clips in the field into the air from Jan Patter, headed away by Campbell.
If you're Jimmy Morgan, you're thinking match ball.
Yeah, all day long, especially against
9 men,
9 players. Payne, it's a decent pass to Doyle. Oh, and he tries to play Jimmy Morgan in and just forces him too far wide. Morgan plays it back to Payne. And Southampton know full well that all they have to do is recreate what I'm sure they do in training every day. Just a little pass and move exercise, and they will secure a winning start to their Premier League Cup campaign. Narrowly missed out on the Under-18 National Championship last season when they lost in the final in the playoff to Manchester City. More than 13,000 spectators at St Mary's to see that playoff final. City won 2-1. And Southampton are 2.5 minutes away from victory here. Just got to knock it forward.
I was going to say, you've got to
see what we get.
I was going to say, just get on the diagonal and hit the front man and see if we can pick up a few little bits and bobs. No point playing it around at the back.
Not at all. There's Eli Campbell. Mackenzie Hunt makes it forward. Well, reach Mackenzie Hunt, you know. Lovely first touch by Mackenzie Hunt.
Far post, Mackenzie, far post.
Rowan Dixon charging forward. Is there to be a dramatic sting in the tail from the 9 men? Ishi Samuel-Smith crosses in, it's headed away by Lancashire. A little bit of spirit from Everton here at the end. Roman Dixon back to Jan Patter. Jan Patter crosses into the penalty area. It was totally missed by Otse Tewo. Mackenzie Hunt understandably wasn't expecting it.
I think it's one of those things though where you have to expect it, Daz.
Maybe.
You know, you've got to expect it, because if he does miss it like he did, he could have had a chance there, Mackenzie, at the far stick.
Well, Southampton are making a change here, deep into stoppage time. Jack Turner's being treated for cramp. Will Armitage is about to come on. Joined from Cheltenham. He's had a couple of first team run-outs for the Cheltenham first team. And it is Sam Bellis who makes way.
Number 11, Sam Bellis. His replacement, number 15, Will Armitage.
What are we now, Dazzler? What, about a minute left, haven't we?
A couple of minutes.
Couple of minutes?
Maybe with the substitution.
With the subs, maybe, you're right.
It's a throw in for Southampton. Everton's just got to try and win the ball and pump it forward. Leave Mackenzie Hunt and Isaac Heath and Okaronko up there. Now then, here we go. Right on cue, Jack Tierney. Can he just stand it up? No. He's played the pass behind Roman Dixon. Goodness me. Roman Dixon, good play. Now then, can he get it? Can he switch it? Can he get his head up and switch it? Back to Jang Pata. And Everton make a little bit of a mess of it, but we get a free kick.
Right, there's only one thing we can do here now.
Eli Campbell tosses Cameron Bragg to the ground. It's ending a little bit tetchily here. No, it's got to go. Referee's not going to let you play it.
Be anything else in any player's mind other than put this straight down the throat of the goalkeeper and get round him.
I'd throw Billy Crellin up. It's a cup tie. Goal difference doesn't make any difference. No. Get Billy Crellin up there.
Yeah, why not?
Now then, Mackenzie Hunt. This would be an incredible leveller for the 9 men. The 5 minutes of added time are up. It is really now or never. Mackenzie Hunt, it's in there, headed away by Lawrence, well defended, and the referee blows the final whistle, and Everton's last chance of salvation goes begging, and really we didn't deserve anything.
No, a bit disappointing afternoon after well, I wouldn't say a good start. The fact that we were 1-0 up helps, but you have to say over the course of 90 minutes Southampton played the slicker football. They looked a better team, better individuals, and I don't think we can argue with the score, Daz. I hate to say it, but I genuinely take my hat off to Southampton. Some good young players on their side, and they played as a team as well. Very, very impressed by them.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed our coverage from Walton Hall Park. Everton's Premier League Cup campaign gets off to a disappointing outcome. Everton 1, Southampton 2. It's not been the best weekend. Next up, Australia, Celtic and Western Sydney Wanderers. We'll bring you both those games as well. But here from Walton Hall Park, good afternoon from myself, Darren Griffiths and Graham Stewart. It's finished. Everton 1, Southampton 2.